Hello, we are here at CES 2024 looking at TCL's new lineup of smartphones and tablets featuring the Nextpaper 3.0 display. So what is Nextpaper? Nextpaper is this very interesting satin-like finish that goes over the display of smartphones and tablets from TCL. And because it has this satin finish, it makes it so that it's very difficult for sun glare to get onto it. It doesn't collect fingerprints nearly as much, and it reportedly makes it so it's easier on your eyes because it's more like paper than it is a super bright display. So Nextpaper 3.0 obviously means this is the third generation of Nextpaper that we've seen, and there have been some big advancements, most notably with color and brightness. The Nextpaper display is brighter than ever before, almost as bright as a non-Nextpaper display, which is a huge advancement over the original Nextpaper, and even a big advancement over Nextpaper 2.0, which we saw last year. I saw the original Nextpaper phone, which came out in 2021. I also saw the Nextpaper 2.0 phones that came out last year, and now I've seen Nextpaper 3.0, and I am very, very impressed. The display still has that cool satin finish, and it's so fingerprint free. There's no glare, it's beautiful, but the problem that I saw with the original Nextpaper phones was that it just wasn't bright enough. You'd have to strain your eyes just to see what was going on the display. But TCL has made leaps and bounds here, and now Nextpaper 3.0 finally can very handily compare to a regular smartphone display and still look just as good. Even with this new innovative display technology, you don't have to make many sacrifices. You're still getting 120 Hz refresh rate, at least on the 50 series. You're also getting a decently high display resolution with Full HD Plus on most of the models. You do have to sacrifice OLED though. Unfortunately, there's no Nextpaper phone yet that has an OLED display. That would probably be something that's going to be a few years down the line. So that means you are sticking with LCD for these models, but for the advantages that you're going to get, especially if you're someone who uses their phone outside a lot in bright sunlight, that's not going to be a big deal. If you just saw one of these phones in the wild, you might think that somebody just put a screen protector over the display. However, TCL has not done that. This is actually built into the display itself. Of course, that would mean that putting on a screen protector over the Nextpaper display would probably be disastrous. So you have to take care of the display to make sure you don't scratch it up. But it is not as simple as just throwing a screen protector over the display. This is much more advanced technology than that would seem. So to give an example of what I mean here, check out this normal TCL 50 display. This does not have Nextpaper on it. You can see all the glare, and you can see tons of fingerprints are going to get on there when I rub my hand on there. But then we have the same phone with Nextpaper display. Notice that there's much less glare and fingerprints are not as big of a deal. This is the real advantage to using something like this instead of using a traditional display. Unfortunately, the big trade-off with these TCL phones is you're not going to find premium flagships anywhere in TCL's lineup. That means you're not going to have high-end chipsets, you're not going to have high-end specs, and the cameras are going to be in the mid-range. Unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be, but it would be really cool if TCL were to license this technology to smartphone makers that are making those premium phones. Because I, for one, would love a high-end phone, kind of like a Pixel 8 Pro or maybe a Galaxy S23 Ultra with this Nextpaper technology, because it would make the phone use so much better, but it would still have those powerful specs that I need for all the things that I do with my day-to-day life. The true advantage to these phones, though, is going to be the ability to take them outside in direct sunlight and be able to see it way better than you would a traditional glossy display. You probably remember that a lot of PC monitors come with a matte display on them, but you don't take your PC monitor out with you. Obviously, there are laptop monitors that have a matte display, and those are great for outdoors in the sunlight, but you don't take your laptop with you everywhere you go. Your phone is always in your pocket. And if you're outside a lot, this is going to be a great trade-off. So if you can deal with the fact that TCL is not making premium flagship phones and really value being able to use your phone outdoors, a Nextpaper phone should be on your list. TCL is bringing these Nextpaper phones to the United States soon. However, it didn't have true availability details for us. And a lot of these phones are going to be under $400. So if you're excited about these, be sure to stay tuned because we'll have more info coming soon.